Greetings, today I have a video lesson for you on the song Hot Rod by Dayglow. Go down to the description below and you'll find the handout for this video. It's a little bit unconventional in how it's written out because all of chorus is on page 2 and you just reference page 2 whenever you have to play the chorus. So it's a little bit strange, I know, but just thank you for bearing with that weirdness and it not just being a straight shot through the whole thing from page 1 and 2. Anyways, the first thing we open with is actually a little synthesizer line. It's not even really guitar, but I'm going to teach it to you anyway because I think it's really cool. And it gives you something to play during that part, and I think it's a really cool exercise. So the finger choices you want to use on this are probably third, second, first, pinky, first, pinky. Third, second, first, pinky, first, pinky. So here's kind of what it sounds like. That kind of phrase, right? And the second measure slowly would be like this. And then, yeah, it finishes off so. So there I'm able to go pinky third, first to kind of finish off the line. But pinky is an important player on that 12 on second string. And the reason why we're using that pinky is because at the end of the first measure, if you don't use pinky on that 12, you have this awkward jump, third, right? Now, you might be able to pull a fast one and play it like that. I can, but it's also really, really quick, and I know that that's not a very comfortable and reliable way to play that for everybody. So pinky is going to be your best bet for technique. Feel pretty good. And then we have, when the guitar actually comes in, we have some triads. I'll play the part for you first with, I'll do it with the repeat as well, and then we'll talk about it. So it sounds like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. I'm adding some stuff here. 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I was adding some rakes in there, I realized. So you don't need to do that, so don't worry about doing the rakes, but I made myself stop doing that. And I really want to add some rakes in those little spaces. That kind of thing. Just kind of keep that going the whole time, and sometimes it's a little triad and sometimes it's not. But just keep it clean for now and don't do the extra rakes. I was just being silly, filling up the space and just having fun with it because I really love this song. Let's try it from the beginning there. So this little G major 7, it's actually a B minor triad, B, D, F sharp, but it's the highest notes of a G major 7 triad. We just don't have a G in the chord anywhere, and that's kind of what the bass player is doing during that. So all together we form a G major 7. And that's going to be on beats 2 and 3. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and. So on the and of 3 we get this A triad. I'm just doing 14, 14, 12. And then 4 is a rest. 1, go down to a root position D triad. 7, 7, 5. And that's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we go to a first inversion D triad. The 11, 10, 10. And this is on 1 and, because they're eighth notes. And we have an eighth note rest after that. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. That's how that final measure of the second line feels. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. This is the next part. It's all the same. Here we hit G on the and of 4. And then at the very end we have this and of 4 again on this F sharp minor. 11, 10, 9. 1, 2, 3, G. Right on B4. So the second line, or I'm sorry, the third line of the whole song, kind of the second line of this little intro part. So third line of the whole song, G major 7, it goes. 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3. Right, and that's how we get through that little part. And that's kind of like the chorus. So let's actually go to chorus right now. Go to page 2. Let's look at the differences between these parts because they're basically the same. And once you have one of these down, you basically have both. You could even just do that part again for the chorus. That's what I originally had written here, but ended up figuring out that that was not entirely correct because there's some other stuff going on. So here's what chorus sounds like. Very, very similar. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3. That's the real change. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. So that little thing at the end, and that fourth measure, it goes to the D, or it's down up, isn't it? Because they're eighth notes. So it's like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, that kind of vibe. That's the only change. There's just like the little slide thing. It's kind of cool though. Sweet. Let's do the verse. So verse also starts on the second beat, and it's eighth notes into a long half note. So it's like 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, 2, and 3, 4, 1. Yeah, it's on 1 there, isn't it? So 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and up to D, same idea. We do that 3 times total. And then on the next measure, so we're on line 4, measure 3. This measure feels, it's the same as a normal G, so 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, 4. That's probably the hardest part of the song, honestly, besides the solo. And so this is the very last measure of line 4. It's a D triad, and we just play through it. Then we just move third finger over to 14. We raise our first finger up to 12 on third string, play them together, bar out that 12. We just drag it down. Notice I'm keeping my 14 there because I'm going to play that again. So from that little change, I just move that shape up 2 frets. So I keep that shape down the whole time. Like that, right? Pretty cool. Then we have chorus. And that is where we first encounter the chorus, but we've already played through chorus. Then we do the verse with only 2 repeats, and it just does the repeating section. It doesn't do any of the rest of that. It doesn't do the whole thing. We don't get that guy again either, because that's all happening during this little bass section. So there's an 8-bar bass rest. You can see that on the page there. Then we have another chorus. So verse 2 would just feel like this. Final repeat. One, 2, 3, 4. 2, 2, 3, 4. All the way through 8 rests for bass, right? Let me know if you have any questions about that. I think it's pretty self-explanatory then. Then we have chorus again, and after this chorus, we have our solo. And the solo sounds like this. I messed up a little bit the second line here of the solo. I forgot if it was a slide or a hammer-on, but it's all slides the whole time. So the second and fourth endings feels like this. So we have some grace note slides notated there. Those are just extra fast. And I guess that 12 to 10 in the first part of the solo is also a grace note slide, but it's not written there. So it's just pretty quick. It doesn't really matter too much if it's a grace note or if it's a normal kind of like even slide. But let's check out fingerings. I like third finger probably to start this off on that 17. Then I use my first finger to slide backwards from 15 to 14. Then here I use third finger on 17 up into that 19. That way first finger is ready to slide 17, 15. So they just kind of trade. That's a really cool thing to practice by itself. Just kind of practicing trading those fingers. Then we just play 12, 15, probably first finger, third finger. Then that quick slide. Here's the first ending. That's all kind of the same. We just have that little bar at the end. Then let's repeat it. So here's back to the beginning. Then second ending, we have first finger slide, third finger slide, then that grace note slide. So long slide, grace, long slide, grace, long slide. That kind of idea. Then we go right back to chorus again on page 2. And that's it. Let me listen to the end of that chorus again one more time. Yeah, it does do the final slide off. I didn't remember if it did that G or not. And then there's like a couple of measures of drums here at the end, but not a big deal to have that even written in. So sweet, that's the whole tune. If you have any questions, please let me know. But if not, have a good time with it. Bunch of triads, really cool solo, very slidey, and it's very stylistic in that it's only on 2 strings the whole time. And I wrote it like that on purpose because of all the slides mainly, but also because I suspect that his tone and his playing style is probably oriented toward finding a melody and not necessarily finding a scale shape. He doesn't seem like a very scale-oriented player. So I think he's just trying to find the notes he's looking for, and he's able to do that just fine like that. So, awesome. Don't worry about the synth intro, by the way, if it's too hard. It's okay. We don't have to have that in there. But anyways, see you next time. Have a good one.